everybody.
Hey,
It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. We are here to talk about the brand new season of Ready to Love, and I'm just going to call it Potomac. As you can see, I have a very special guest, a good YouTube friend, Blissfully Single Bean. How are you doing?
I am doing well and beauty. Thank you for reaching out to me because my cheeks, I appreciate it. I needed to get back in the game.
I,
So when you reached out to me, I'm
yes,
like, thank you, God. The
a
voice of
perfect
God. I
stepping
appreciate
stone
you.
into getting her channel back activated. I really enjoyed your videos. I told her before. She was one of the first people I even saw doing Ready to Love reviews. So when she took a little break, I missed her. And I was like, Angie, you got to get out there and network with people. And I just sent her a quick DM and she was like, yes, I would love to do it. So thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate
Great.
you.
So let's jump right into it and let's have a good time.
Right. Let's
Before
get
we
into
jump
it.
into Potomac, I want to get your 2 cents on a little bit of DC and some of the drama that happened last season,
It's been a
especially
lot.
since last season just ended. It just ended.
Hmm.
Some of the cute things I heard in the Twitter streets, they say Shallow is suing the OWN network for the situation with Phil.
On what grounds? On what
I
grounds? Did
have
they
no
put her
clue
in
what
danger's
grounds.
way? Like,
The only thing I can think is he touched her when she did not want to be touched, but she multiple times said on camera he was not aggressive. I knew he wasn't trying to harm me. I this allegedly, let me put allegedly in front of that because
you
I ain't
put
seen any court
child,
documents.
put
But that's the word
allegedly
on the
on
street.
that. But I'm trying to understand what would be the grounds of her going to court or suing on because listen, I understand where she's coming from. Like if I'm upset and I say, don't touch me, don't touch me.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. DC is not the safest of areas, or so I've been told. So if he's saying, listen, we're getting into a situation, I don't want you to go home alone. I'm gonna pick you up and throw you into your car, make sure that you get home safely, that what would be the basis of a lawsuit against OWN? Or is it a money grab? So I didn't hear that, but I'm trying to understand where she's coming from. Like,
I've
this
heard
can't
it.
be hurt feelings because somebody didn't choose you. This is deeper, and I don't get it.
It doesn't seem like a money grab. It seems like a money loss. Like she's about to waste a lot of money on the lawyers. To me, the only person she could technically sue is Phil. He's the only one that touched her, but maybe he doesn't have any money. But that's just what I heard. What else was in the Twitter streets? How about I actually watched a live with some woman that says she was Cornelius's mistress.
I saw that too. Was it the Little Black Books channel? Like, it's gonna be clickbait. So it's like Cornelius is Cornelius's side chick speaks out. And when I saw the video, that wasn't the side chick. Like Cornelius went on a date with her. They went to the Soul Train Music Awards. Come to find out they couldn't even get in. Like they didn't sleep together, but Cornelius did what guys do. He led her on, made her believe that he was unhappy with this whole Ready to Love situation and Camille. But at the end of the day, she was young and Cornelius played her. So it was like,
Hmm.
it was the hurt feelings there, but she wasn't a side chick. Like Cornelius, like played her. Ultimately, Cornelius picked Camille because Cornelius and Camille have a bigger platform than him and this unknown girl. So yeah, girl, I saw that too, and I'm like, child, messy, messy,
I didn't know
messy.
what to think of it, but what do you think of Cornelius and Camille? You think they're just doing this to
It's
ride the
phony.
15
No,
minutes?
yeah. It's phony. They need to build the platform for themselves. And I watched Ready to Love last season. There is no man on the face of this earth that would mess with Camille. Like Camille is too controlling. She's
Yeah.
crazy. She's delusional. She's emotional. And I wasn't rocking with Camille when they did the meet the cast for this season. And Camille said, well, I've been engaged 3 times and I broke off the wedding 3 times. This is a game to you.
Hmm.
You like playing with
Right.
people. I'm like, you're a kind of chick I can't mess with because you like playing with people's feelings. So I'm like, all
Hmm.
right, Listen, if Cornelius is with Camille, it's not love. It's because this is the look that we need so that we can show up to clubs, we can get the $2,000 per appearance. Like
Hmm.
it's work. It's work. It's work.
And it's the bad look. Who wants to go to a club and be around those two?
Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna ask you: did Cornelius seem like he was in love with Camille?
No, I can't put my finger on why he's with her. Like back, I put it on. My mom used to always say, "Excuse me for being a little vulgar." She
Please.
used to say, "Crazy women have good pussy," and so, but then Cornelius doesn't want to have any sex, so I don't know what it is.
That's what the
Because my mom
side
would
girl
say
said.
crazy women are good in bed. So I'm like, but he doesn't even want to get in bed. So
But didn't he look frightened? Like when they voted him off, and Camille said, "I'm going to self
yes,
eliminate because I want to be with you." And Cornelius is looking like, "Oh, girl, you don't have to do that."
like
But oh,
girl, you can stay right here.
he
Yes,
didn't want that. He didn't want that.
I want to know who let him out the house in that reunion outfit. That was a mess.
Camille. I tweeted, I said, "All right, who styled Cornelius?" Cornelius looked like a bellhop. Cornelius looked like
Hmm.
a bar of gold. Cornelius looked like spicy mustard. Like I couldn't understand it. Cornelius is a man being controlled by wanting a platform. But yeah,
And it's not the look for you. It's not
I
the look.
can't. I can't. I wash my hands. I can't. I can't. But I have to ask you a
Let me.
question. What do you think about Ready to Love coming to Potomac? Like, I want to know, like, what do you think
This
about that?
season,
Yes.
I only know of Potomac because of Real Housewives of Potomac. So I'm excited. Like, can they go over Karen's house? Can we see Monique hook
That's why
somebody
I was
up?
excited. I'm like, the Grand Dame, like, could somebody stop at Monique Samuel's house? Like, I was so, because I thought Ready to Love was going to be in DC again. And then when I saw it
I
was
did too.
Potomac, like, I almost fell out. I said, oh. So I want to
Do
see
you
if
think
you was
these people
excited
really
as I
live in Potomac?
am. Again?
Do you think they really live in Potomac, or are we just going to shoot at venues in Potomac?
I think they're going to shoot at venues in Potomac. Potomac is very expensive to live in. Yeah. So it's going to be DC. And even with the meet the cast here, like I'm from Baltimore, I'm from
Yeah.
Maryland, like DC is very expensive for us to live in. So they're going to shoot around it. But the fact that they're framing this season around Potomac, I'm here for it. I'm here.
I'm very here for it. And I'm
I'm
here
here
for
for it.
Monique getting her own show with Carlos King.
Are you excited? Are you excited?
Very excited.
I'm
Very
so excited.
excited.
I'm so excited. The thing with Monique Samuels is like it's layered because on one end of it, I felt like they did Monique dirty because Monique should never have put her hands on Candace. At the end of the day, Candace was not innocent. Like it's not like they got to, this venue. Candace was on the side. Monique ran up to her and they were engaging. Like they've come in each other's face. Listen, I don't know where you're originally from, but I'm from Brooklyn. And if I'm like, drag me, bitch, drag me, I have to get ready for a fight.
You
So if
have
I
to,
say
right.
drag me and she drags me and I lose a fight, I can't claim it's not an attack. I just check that my ass couldn't catch. So this is why I didn't like it. Like Monique wasn't right, but Candace wasn't right. They were both wrong. So to
They
see
were
the
both
ladies
wrong.
freeze, so they were both wrong. So to see the ladies freeze Monique out like they did, and then to see Monique come back with the show on one of the shows that I
Yes.
love, Love and Marriage. I'm here for it, girl. Get them coins. Rightfully so. What's your take on it?
Get the coins. I always loved Monique. She was always one of my favorite housewives on Potomac, her and Karen.
Yes,
And
yes.
so I want to see Monique on TV, but Carlos King, if you thought that bitch Giselle was messy and was in your secrets, get ready because Carlos is about to pull them all out. And
You think?
yo, all I gotta say is, girl, clean your house before you let Carlos and them in because you thought Giselle and them wanted to expose you. Carlos is
Right.
about making TV, not Friends,
Carlos is messy. Like he gives good TV, but he's
in a
messy, and
good
you have to be
way.
ready.
But if it's something in that closet, he's gonna pull it out. So all I gotta say is, Monique, clean that closet out, girl, before you get over here with him.
Monique, I love you, but I still want to love you after Love and Marriage because I will be watching and reviewing.
You see, he pulled no stops with his girl Melody. So you know if he'll expose all of Melody's secrets with, and we ain't gonna get into Huntsville because Lord, that'll give me a headache.
It's going to be an hour and a half, but I will say I was surprised at how he came at Melody because Melody was supposed to be his girl, but he wasn't looking out for Melody in the
He's looking
reunion.
out for the TV. He know this scandal is what's gonna sell the show, and it's what sold the show. So
All right, Carlos, we looking at you sideways with the crooked eye. All right.
we have a shout out from Avita. She says, "Hey Angie, hey Bean." I know Avita said on Twitter that she followed you and she wants to see more videos like the rest of us. So
Girl,
she
it's
gave a
coming.
shout out.
It's coming. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And then she said, "What happened to Bell Collective?" I have no clue.
Oh, I don't know. We've been tweeting Carlos King, and Carlos is being very secretive. They better not have canceled it because the Bell Collective was what it is: grown women, storylines. There was conflict. So I don't know what happened with the Bell Collective.
That girl Marie done seen everybody else go to jail and have all they stuff going through the IRS. And Marie said, that's enough.
She was over it.
Allegedly.
Marie was
Marie gave
over
me
it.
fraud. Marie gave me fraud. And I think she said, let me pull back before they pull my car. And
I wanted
that's
to
just a
like
little
Marie
bit of
more.
shade.
I
But
wanted to like Marie more. Marie is a Haitian name, and I'm Haitian, so I wanted to like Marie more. But Marie was not likable. I wanted to like her more. But Carlos, if the Bell Collective is not coming back on, say something. Like we can't keep
right,
tweeting you. You're being like mute on the issue. What is it? What is it?
right.
Stop
Because
playing with us,
I
Carlos and
wanted to see
Own.
part two. The only one that had a good juicy storyline was Marie and the husband. Is he gay? Is he not? What you
Right.
doing over there with your best
And
friend?
Marie's friendship with the best girl. Yeah. Like, we want to know what's going on. Because Marie had more chemistry with the best friend than.
Right.
I'm just saying.
So I don't know, but Carlos do say something or give us something else because like you taping Potomac before you even tape Bell Collective.
Carlos is good at, like, if we're tweeting Carlos, like, he's good at responding. But the tweets are like, what happened to Bell Collective? Like, Carlos is not responding. So what is it? Like, can you be honest? Like, can you not say something? Or if you cannot speak, say, I cannot speak. I will let you know later. But Carlos is not saying anything when Carlos is very good at responding. Like, he's very good at saying what it is. So Carlos, stop being fake. Please.
Say
And thank you.
something. Just let us know because we either gonna prepare for it or not. Bell Collective is getting on that same train as P Valley, where it's like, okay, you could just keep this now.
Is it happening? Is it not?
Right.
Because soon I'm gonna lose interest. Like, what is it?
Yes.
What is it?
Because I don't want to have to go back and watch Bell Collective season one to figure out what's going
Right.
on by the time they have season
Right.
two.
Just let us know. Just let us know. And Bell Collective definitely deserved another season because it was giving. It was
It was.
giving. You had the alpha females, you know. You had
It
Marie.
gave
What was
me
the
things to
girl? The
talk
other.
about.
Right. It was
It
interesting.
had the dentist who was helping out other black dentists. Um, the girl with the bundles who had an older husband. I can't remember their names. It's been so long.
Yes,
The
I
girl, the girl who wanted to save whatever street. She wanted everybody to
yes,
come together and save that street. And her husband was off working the ships and stuff like that.
my favorite. What was her name? She was my favorite. Yeah, I follow her on Twitter. She's my favorite. It wasn't Letitia. She was my favorite though. It's like, what's going on? Like, there was story there. What's going on? If we're not gonna have another season, let us know so we can bury the Bell Collective and keep it moving. But just say something.
Or
Stop
just
being
move it to
elusive.
another city. Like if we can't do Jackson anymore, take it. I like that Carlos has went to cities that a lot of African Americans live in, but they aren't Atlanta or Dallas or
They're not the
I
huge
like that.
cities.
Right. I told him to come on out here to Memphis now. It's some drama out here.
I love
It's
Memphis. I've been to Memphis for work a couple of times. Memphis is like, what you sending me to Memphis? Like Carlos like does it with the smaller cities, but there's action, there's
hmm
drama. So like Carlos, what's going on, Carlos?
get
What's
it
going
together.
on?
Find you another southern city and get in there.
I know, sis. I know. I know. What are you drinking tonight,
Okay.
sis?
I'm drinking my favorite Stella Rose, and I know it's called Stella Rosa, but I call it Stella Rose.
I know that's right. Is it a Cabernet? Is it a Pinot Noir? Like
It's
what kind of
actually the blueberry flavor, so it's blueberry.
delicious, delicious? I'm a
What do you
Hennessy girl,
have?
so a Hennessy girl. So
Oh,
I'm
Hennessy.
sipping on Hennessy tonight as I talk. Shit.
I had
Let's
to
get
go
into it.
light. I had to go
My
light
light?
because I was on. Have you heard of buttery nipples before? The drink
No, but
buttery nipples.
it sounds delightful.
It's so good. It's just butterscotch liqueur mixed with Bailey's and
Ooh,
a splash of vodka. So it tastes kind of like a caramel latte with no coffee.
it sounds delightful.
So I was being extra. Yesterday I bought a butterscotch moonshine mixed with Bailey's, and that's why I couldn't call you last night because
Oh,
me and my friend
that's okay. That ain't a problem. That ain't
that
a problem. Shout out to Shannon
moonshine
Sharp.
the moonshine tastes just like butterscotch liqueur, but of course it's moonshine. So we were good, 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 and we're out. I think we fell asleep on my couch for like 2 hours. We
That
were
sounds
out.
like Werther's. You know the Werther's like candy. That sounds like Werther's
Yes,
candy with some liqueur
yes,
in it. Like
yes.
that ain't a problem. That ain't a problem. All right, sis. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Okay, so yeah, write the recipe down. It's good. Okay, but let's get started into Potomac. This is going to
Right,
be Ready
right.
to Love Potomac. I don't know what number
Yes.
it is, but it's the
Mm-mm.
Potomac franchise. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about the cast, who we like, what we don't like, a couple of things that happened episode one. I didn't really see any love connections episode one, which was a good thing for me.
Right.
I hate when people find a boyfriend
Yeah,
episode
and they
one.
claim the boyfriend and expect no one else to try to talk to the boyfriend, which is
Oh, I did
unrealistic.
not mean to put this up. I'm trying to delete the spam.
It's hard.
I know people know not to click on it. Evita said it's season 6, but they say
No,
it's
but
season 5 on my
they say it's
TV.
season five.
I'm just gonna call it Potomac because. And this is in no
Commenting,
random
girl, but they
order.
say it's season five. So, but thank you for commenting, girl.
And we just gonna start with whoever picture uploaded to StreamYard first.
All
So
right.
up first is Precious, 34 years old. I gotta flip through my notes. She's an IT consultant. There must be a lot of IT and analytical work in that Potomac area because everybody is an
White person.
analyst. I'm just going by what they jobs say on the
Listen,
TV screen.
that's my fundamental issue. I love Ready to Love, but when they're putting up people's job descriptions, it's like it's so vague, like analytical consultant, budget analyst. That
Oh,
tells
somebody,
me nothing.
it tells you nothing. But somebody had an even, when we get to her, she had an even more vague job description. But she's 34, IT consultant. It just let me know when my computer go down. That's who I call. She says she wants a confident man, a man that values love, and she's the one who wants a Martin and Gina type of love, which took me back to the 90s. What did you think about Precious and her outfit?
Listen, wasn't a fan of Precious. I wasn't a fan of Precious. And there was one point where Sabrina was talking to, I don't know if it was Demetrius, and Precious came in and broke up the
It was
conversation. I said,
Laverne.
okay, Laverne and Sabrina. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
Precious, I'm not sure if your wig game is strong enough to be breaking up conversations. But what I am saying is I'm not feeling the energy. Like I'm not I'm a humble girl, and I feel like Fresh is a little bit too big for her britches. I can be wrong. It's only the Meet the Cast, but I'm gonna say I don't like Precious. But it's
Okay.
the first episode, so I'll probably like her later on. What do you think?
I think I might like her later on either. I think when
Yeah.
she started to talk to Tori, the guy Tori with the two French braids, I started to see layers of her, and I was like, okay, I like Precious. I did
Okay.
not like her dress. I thought this is a great picture of the dress because all these pictures are like professional pictures from what they actually
Right.
wore day one.
Right.
It looks good straight on, but as soon as she hit that side, she had all that boobage, and it seems like she needed a bra. So I didn't like the dress she wore on the show, but this is a great picture of the
Did you
dress.
like the wig, sis? Like the wig game, like, it needs a little bit of help. Like it gave me beauty supply store, and like I'm
It
not
didn't
coming at
look
you crazy,
plucked.
but it gave me beauty supply
I
store,
agree. The part didn't look natural on the wig.
and that's where I was going with it. That is where I was
Hmm.
going with it. Yeah, yeah. All right, sis.
And she was shiny, but I think everybody was a little bit shiny by the end of the night because they had to be outside, but she was extra
Yeah,
shiny for me. But
her energy was a little bit extra. I don't know. I'm not rooting for her season one, but as we watch, I will be a fan. We'll see. But this
she was
episode
the one who told the
connected with me.
guy to come watch her pole dance, like if you'll come to a pole dance class with me. And I felt like that was very forward. Like,
I felt that was too much. Yeah, it was her and Joy. Her and Joy felt like just a little bit too much. I don't know why, but I'll be able to verbalize or kind of put context around it. But her and Joy were like, they're two of the top girls, but my energy didn't connect with them. Like I just didn't like them, and I can't put words around it other than too much, too much,
see, I kind of
just
like
too much.
Joy, but I think I saw all of the women because you saw how the men got eliminated first. It seemed like
Yeah,
after that male elimination, a lot of the women went into I just want to stay on TV mode instead
self
of let's
preservation
have a
mode.
nat right,
Yes,
right.
it was self preservation mode, and I was saying that to my friend. I was watching the show with them. We're like, all right, the guys got eliminated. Now see how these girls like they're fighting for their lives. It's self preservation mode,
I
but
wish Tommy
I
would
guess
have let them both go at the same time, so it could have been natural conversation all night. Okay,
right.
now two people go, but it
I
seemed
agree
like
with you.
okay, oh, it's real. Okay, let me snatch some people up, and
I
I didn't like the second half of it.
100% agree with you. Yeah, girl. Mm-mm.
So
So
who do
as
we
far as
have?
the women,
Oh, we still
oh,
on?
oh no, no,
Okay, go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to the next person. This is Tiffany, who is 37. I gotta look flip through my notes and find out
Tiffany,
what her
she
job was.
Tiffany is the mobile educator. I don't know what that is. Do you know
Oh,
what that is? I don't know
that's
what
the
that is.
one I was telling you about. This is a title that can mean anything. A mobile education
That's
owner.
what I
To
can't.
me, that gives me
Are you
tutor
a
that'll come to your
teacher,
house.
tutor, virtual teacher? I don't know what that was. Like, and that annoyed me. That annoyed me.
It gives me because it's a tutoring company. They haven't done it since the pandemic started, but it's called Club Z.
Okay.
And you pay them about $20 an hour, and the tutor comes to your house and tutor your child for whatever. That's what that gives
Virtually
me.
or physically? Like, do
They
they?
physically would come
Okay. Okay.
before the pandemic. Once the
Okay.
pandemic started, they stopped. Some of the bigger companies did virtual stuff, but that's what that gives me. Like she owns someone, you just send tutors out because I don't understand what mobile education is, but
I didn't either.
I didn't like her dress or her wig, but I love those shoes.
I can't say I love the shoes. What do you think about her energy and her personality? Because she was very unassuming. Like I couldn't root. I'm rooting for you. I couldn't root for her. Like
I was not rooting for her. She's not one of my favorites. I honestly thought she could have easily been a first boot, but Keena kind of said, "Let me take that from you." Um,
where's my shade fan? I need a shade fan.
she was
Shout out to giving you
she
the
was
real
very
tea. Where's my shade
quiet,
fan?
right? She was really
She wasn't.
quiet, And she didn't
Right.
give any energy until she was one of the ones, once she saw that male elimination, then she started talking more. And I was just like,
Right. Then she started pumping out the chest, but I couldn't
mm-hmm.
root for her. Like it wasn't like, oh girl, I'm rooting for you. There's something about you, your energy that I can connect with. No, I'm sorry, girl.
That could also be production. They feature whose story that, but it seemed like she didn't get an opportunity to really tell her story. So I really don't know anything about her.
Right. She was mute. Yeah, she was mute.
Hmm. I think there's some fellas coming up next. Who we have next?
All
Okay,
right. Oh,
Demetrius.
Demetrius. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yes,
They all the girls like
they
Demetrius.
sure did. When they started listening to tops, I was surprised
Oh,
Demetrius had more answers than Clifton. But we'll get to Clifton when his picture come up. But
Demetrius
Demetrius,
was a favorite.
he was. He's a 42-year-old government contractor, ex-military. He just retired. He said something that was very honest. He was the one who said he had fun playing the fields and now he's ready to settle down. And I think he was also the one who told Sabrina he was married for 3 years and he's the one who cheated and
He
ruined his
cheated on
own
his
marriage.
wife.
And I thought
Yeah.
that was
Hmm.
very honest because most people were just, we were young and it just, we grew
Right. We
apart.
make mistakes.
Hmm.
But would that be a red flag for you? Or would you give
No,
him
because
another
people
chance
cheat.
if you were as attracted to him? Because I'm like, it would.
People cheat. And I'm not going to
I get it,
sit
girl.
on a
Yeah,
high
I get
horse
it.
and be like, I've never. Now, true enough, I was young, but he was young when he did it too. So, I mean, people cheat, people grow, and all you can
Right.
do is base
Right.
it off of how is he treating me. I'm not going to. Now, to me, a red flag would be Phil putting his hands on people when I say, don't touch me, and he still touched me.
Yeah. If I say
That's a
don't
red
touch me,
flag.
don't fucking touch me. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Zadia is a
Yeah.
red flag. When you doing this to my nose, that's a red flag. But if somebody come up to me and say they never cheated, I'm gonna side eye them and be like, "What?"
So you're saying with Demetrius, if Demetrius is like, I made a mistake, I cheated on my wife, you're like, you know what? That was the past, but I'm willing to give you another chance. Is that like what you're?
If I was attracted to him, which I think he's very handsome. I think that bald head and beard is very trendy now. A lot of
Oh,
people are attracted to that. I would give him a
bald head
chance,
and a
and as
beard.
long as he isn't showing me signs that he still has those player ways, then why am I gonna just dump a good man because he cheated in the past?
I get it. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. It's fair.
And I appreciate the honesty. I rather him tell me, and then we get to meet the ex, and his ex-wife show up talking about, well, he cheated
Right.
on me. I rather he tell
And
me
like
than I hear it.
he did what? Like you're caught off guard. No,
Yes.
I get it. Yep, I get it. Hmm.
Oh, Evita said he not. She's not attracted to. I done messed it up. She not
She's not
attracted
cute to
to
me.
Demetrius
Girl, Evita the Diva, you don't like a bald head and a beard? Listen, I live for a bald head and a beard,
and
honey.
chocolate. He got
Ooh.
all three. Now I ain't really here for that long scratchy beard. It's sexy, but I don't know how practical that would be for me.
Listen, the beard is a little bit patchy. It's a little bit patchy, but he does what it do, you know?
My
He's
son
not
is
cute to
trying
me.
to grow his beard out like that, and I had to make. I said, go to a barber and do something,
All right, take some
cause
biotin, some pills, to make it grow it out. But Avita,
just
girl, we
fill it
get
off.
you, girl. But I love me a beard and a bald head.
Evita got her eyes on somebody else, but we ain't got to him yet. So you could go up for him when we get his picture up. Who is next? Paul.
Oh
P.O.
Jesus Christ, Paul is so
48.
socially awkward. All right, I'll let you go. Like I got so much to say about Paul. All right, I'll let you go.
When
You're
we first, he's a software
so
analyst.
awkward.
He was the one talking
Wow.
about sexual energy. Like if she got sexual energy and cook naked and all that stuff, I'm here for it.
Are you
I
cooking
would have.
naked for her?
Right. What are you doing?
Can
He
I get
gives
an
me one of
omelet from you
those.
naked, butt cheeks out? Like, Very problematic for me. Paul was the PO guy, right? He was PO.
Yes,
He was
yes.
problematic for me. I'll let you go,
I
but he was
don't
problematic.
understand how he was. In my notes, every time Paul spoke, I wrote a note, and after it, I wrote first boots. I don't understand why he's still here. I think production wants him to aggravate some of the women for camera time. I don't understand why Paul is still here. As soon as he said, call me PO for post office because I deliver, I was turned off, completely off, vagina all the way
What?
dry. I don't, you didn't hear that? Then he talked
I
to
heard that,
Ace.
and he was having a conversation. Who was he having a conversation with? There was another girl with the locks, and
Ace.
she was explaining to him that she was married for like 1 year, a year or
Mm-hmm.
two, and he said, "Oh, you guys broke up already? What did you do? The fuck? What do you mean? What
Right.
did I do? Why is it my fault? What kind of patriarchal BS is that? What was the girl's name? She had dreads too. She was very unassuming. What the?
Her name was Ace.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. He was, oh, you guys got a divorce. What did you do? What do you mean? What did I do? Maybe he cheated on me. Like I'm like Pio is very socially awkward. He's tied to the patriarchal landscape where it's like if I'm married to a woman and we divorce, what I do, whatever happened to make us divorce, it wasn't my fault. It was the woman's
Mm-hmm.
fault. I
What
was
did
like,
she
all right,
do?
Pio, it's time for you to go home and understand what it is to be in a relationship. PO was corny. PO was very socially awkward. And when PO fixed his lips to tell the girl, what did she do? Nigga, what did you do? What did you do? I wasn't feeling. I knew PO had to go home. I wasn't here for it,
He
Angie.
probably will go
Sorry.
home
I wasn't
second.
here
I
for it.
don't know why he's still here. But that wasn't even the worst of what he said. After he made it seem like it was her fault, for the year and a half not working out, he proceeds to ask her, well, if we are to get married, are you going to check out after a year and a half on me? And then when she said, I was young, he said, well, are you intimidated by me? I was
Why?
like, what?
Why
Because
would
you could
she
tell
be?
Ace wasn't bothered. Like she was paying him dust. Like, okay, I don't feel like
Ace.
being bothered.
Yes.
But he was like, are you intimidated by me? And I'm like, intimidated by what?
Why would she be intimidated by him? Is he Bill Gates?
Because
Is he
he made
Jay
it seem
Z?
like, am I being too hard on you? Am I asking you the hard questions?
Man,
When I
forget
think
him off
she was
Ace.
just playing him to the left, like, okay, you an idiot. I'm just not gonna answer you. I don't like him at all. At
I don't.
all.
I don't. I don't. And I think like I don't think she came on. I don't think Ace came on too strong at all. I think Ace was trying to get to know him, but Pio was
She
showing his
was.
ass right down to his name being Paul and you giving yourself the moniker of PO, postal delivery person, which is corny as hell. It's like, sir, why? It's like you're trying to overcompensate when you would be a lot more liked if you were yourself.
For yourself. Because
If you
he didn't bother me when he first, because he was the first one, to come into the house. He did not
right,
bother
right.
me. It was like, okay, once he got to PO, I was like, okay, yeah, he can go. Hmm.
Mm-mm. Uh-uh. These low self-esteem guys, they're trying to overcompensate by making themselves feel like, all right, I'm on this level, you're on that level. Make me feel why you should be on a higher level as me. And it's not about being on a higher level. It's about, listen, who are you? Where have you been hurt? Because I've been hurt. Where have you been hurt? Can we have a conversation, an honest conversation? PO needed to go. That's all I'm gonna say.
And he was the oldest one there, so you would think he should be more level. He should have
Right.
made a lot more mistakes and know what should work and not work. But maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience with women. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Oh, we have a favorite. Well, one of my favorites is up next, Sabrina, who's 36. Let me figure out what she do.
I
Cause
love Sabrina. I
a
love
nonprofit
Sabrina. Ooh,
executive. Yes,
I love Sabrina. I love Sabrina. Listen, I'm a fan, a groupie. I love Sabrina.
I'm a Sabrina is one of the people that I'm really rooting for to find love because she
Love
seems
Sabrina.
genuine. She seems
Mm-hmm.
like she's out here being honest. And what I hate about this show so much is always the ones that I like who I think are honest and they get caught up in a
Right.
guy that's here for the bullshit. I hope
Right.
right now I don't know about these guys. It's a couple of them I can give a chance. A couple of them I'm already like, okay, they can exit really quick.
Right.
But I like
Stage
her
left.
and I hope she finds a good guy. I really do. I thought she had honest conversations with everyone she talked to.
Right.
I even
Right.
like how when old girl Precious came up and snatched up LeVon from her, she was like, I can go in the house. It's okay. It's
And
okay.
I
I'm
was
not going
like,
to
Precious,
argue over
your
this
wig
man.
is not tight enough to be trying to snatch up any conversation. But Sabrina was so classy about it. Sabrina was like, all right, girl, I'll let you have that. And well, listen, Sabrina is one of my favorite. She really is one of my
She
favorite.
is.
And she is adorable and she has a nice personality. And I'm hoping that she doesn't switch up because what was it? I cannot even go back to see. Alexis was really pretty and I appreciated like that pretty face. But when it got to the end of the season, I didn't like Alexis. Like Alexis was like,
Alexis
I don't
was
want to say
2 seasons
disgusting.
ago, right?
Maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago, she was
She
she was
was the one with
Samantha.
the big hair.
Yes, like Alexis was so
Hmm.
pretty. I'm like, I'm here for you. But by the time we got to the end of the season, I'm like, I'm not here for Alexis. I don't like you. I have that same energy with Sabrina. Like, Sabrina, you are so pretty. And I'm hoping that Sabrina's personality keeps me rooting for her until the end of the season. I
I
love
hope
me
so
some
too.
Sabrina. I
It
love me
looks
some
like
Sabrina.
she's about to get caught up with a character because in the super trailer, she's going off on somebody for, doing something shady to her.
Oh,
So that's why I say
Sabrina.
it's always the ones I like that get
Shit.
caught up with the
I
guy that's on
know.
bullshit.
Sabrina. Damn, damn,
We'll see.
damn.
We will see. It's a long season and we got all these mystery people. Hopefully
I
we'll see.
know. All right,
Let me
girl.
see
What's
who's
next?
up
What's
next.
next?
Fernando, the guy who went home. I guess we could talk about him real quick. 34, a risk analyst. And I actually know what a risk analyst does. They usually work
Please,
with
what
like
is it? Is it insurance? So like what is it?
in where I work, because I work in accounting and finance. Usually the people who do the risk analysts, they're the ones who look over the portfolios, like they look over not really stocks, but like our investment packages
Okay.
to see how
Okay.
much money we can make on the cash that's in the bank. And they roll that stuff over daily. And so they kind of look over 401k packages to make sure they're making money and then like the pension packages. So they're usually more of like
Right.
in my office, the risk analysts are more like investors
Oh, okay.
and they look
Okay.
over the investment portfolios for like bank accounts and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that's kind of what he does. I'm assuming like they just analyze the risk of things and be like, okay, we need to move this money here
Over
and
there.
stuff like that.
So looking at Fernando, like would you be attracted to someone like him or what do you think his chances
No,
are with this within this whole platform of Ready to Love
I had to
and
look at
Own?
34 2 times because number one, he doesn't look 34. And I'm not trying to be shady. He just doesn't
I
look his
know, I
age.
know, I know.
And then when he first came on the screen, he reminds me of Frank from last season. And I
Well,
just
yeah,
did not like Frank. So I was just like,
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think he deserved to go home first. He seemed like a quiet type, and he maybe didn't get to come out of his shell. But I would
Right.
rather see Fernando over PO. But no, I guess I wasn't voting.
Girl. Yes.
Oh, you got your notes. Well, tell me about Fernando. What did I miss?
I think what the notes I took on Fernando. Fernando was very unassuming. Like I have Fernando, 34, bald, beard, but I didn't have any more notes other than that. So I feel like Fernando, this is not the platform for Fernando. Like this is a
Mm-hmm.
platform like if you want to date, like go on Bumble, go on not Tinder child, not if Fernando don't go on Tinder. But this platform, we have several thousands of people looking at you It's not your thing. Like Fernando reminds me of a friend of mine that has like a very quiet personality. And as much as I think he's attractive and he has a great career, based on what you said, Ready to Love is not it for him. So like I get it. I get it. But Ready to Love is not for you, sir.
The next lady up, we're gonna get to her in a second. But she said something when she first met Fernando that made me kind of, I don't see it here. Like, he looks to be thick, but she was like, Fernando has too much ass, and I have all the ass in this relationship. So maybe he came off a little bit, they like the muscular gym guys. So maybe they just weren't physically attracted to him. Well, she said it, not me.
Where's Fernando's house? Where's that ass? Where's that ass? Where's that ass?
I don't know how she could tell because he was sitting down when she said it. But she was like, I don't want a man with that
She's
much
the one
ass.
with the
I got,
black dress. Like, was it Diana? Like, she was very unassuming. Like, girl,
yes,
bye.
yes. It just made me think maybe they weren't attracted to Fernando. And that's why he had to go first.
I mean, it's okay not to be attracted to someone, but you can't shut it down for the rest of the ladies and maybe attracted to a flat ass man. I'm just saying.
Right. Some women like a little something to hold on to, just like men
Mm.
like a little something to hold on to. So,
Hey,
but let's
mm-mm.
get into the girl with the
Don't shut
black
it down for
dress.
everyone else. All right, who are we?
Right.
Who's the next?
Her name is Keena 39. Keena is a budget analyst. And I know exactly what a budget
Yeah,
analyst is
yeah.
too. So I want to say this about
Please,
Keena really
sis, what
quick.
is a budget analyst?
What's a budget analyst? In our department, the budget analysts are the ones who create the budgets year over
Yeah, like,
year, where they just pretty much say, okay, this year we're gonna spend this much on software, spend this much on labor, like whatever our expenses and revenue accounts. They're the ones who set up the budget, and throughout the year, they're the ones who analyze if we're above or under budget. Budget analyst, but that's just
right,
in my department.
right. Okay, okay,
So she's getting the finance
okay.
world,
Who?
but get my shady fan
What do
out
you
real
think
quick.
about her?
She needed a better dress. She needs a
That's
bra.
Terrence giving you the real tea.
Right. I love him.
I do
I
not
love
disagree
him.
with you.
Like, girl, your breasts are too big coming from someone who has huge breasts. You have to wear a bra. You cannot come out the
Me
house
too.
with your breasts drooping like that. I know everybody
Right.
want to wear the slinky slip dress, but girl, it wasn't for you.
We can't.
And mm, other than that, I didn't mind her energy. She was definitely someone towards the end of the night. She was over being there. Maybe she had a little bit too much to drink. Her feet were definitely
Right,
hurting. They looked
right.
like they hurt in this picture. So she was over it. And she also was one at the end of the night who was trying to snatch people up, like, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Like, girl, what's your
Yeah, it
time?
was
But
it's the
unlike
desperation of it all.
Fernando,
Yeah.
she doesn't look her age. I would not have given her 39. She looks much younger than 39. So I'll say that nicely.
Um, yeah. She looks a lot younger than me because I'm 43. 39 is what, 4 or 5 years younger. I would have given her a
For
good 10 years younger than myself. Yeah. So she does not look her age. However, her energy, like, it didn't pop, 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 you know? It didn't pop,
mm-hmm.
pop, pop, pop. Yeah. So it's like she does not look as old as me, but her energy didn't like pop and make her seem a little bit younger
She
than close to stand out.
yes. You could tell like she doesn't look 39, but by the end of the night she was acting 39. She was ready to go home and get in the bed. Because you could just tell her whole either she had too much to drink or her energy just dropped. When the sun went down, her energy went
Okay.
down. So
It's a hard situation to be in, to be filmed, to kind of have to like the producers saying, give us something. And it's like if that's not
yeah,
your personality, yeah, it's hard.
it's
It's a
not
hard
my
situation to be
personality. Do
in,
you
you
think
know?
you can do it? Could you do a show like this?
No, I
Me
cannot.
either.
First of all, because I have self-esteem issues, so I'm not going to compete with other girls because I'd stab a chick in the neck. If I like you, someone for the guy that I like, I stab you in the neck. Do not compete. That's not me. So, Ready to Love is not a show where I'm going to sign up for. Listen, I'll review it and get the points off of it, but I'm not going to. Listen, I cannot compete, and that's not me. What about you? Like, can you compete? And like, I don't have that much
I'm the
confidence to compete.
opposite.
Like, fuck out of here.
I'm not a small talker. Like when I first meet people in a setting like that, that meet and greet, I would probably be like somebody like Laverne. I would just post
Right,
up in my
right.
corner, and if you come over here and talk to me, okay. But I don't like small talk. I don't like that. How old are you? What do you do for a living? What's your favorite color? All of that, go somewhere. I just like to get right into it
Right,
and just have fun. So I don't think I could do the show for
right,
that. And then it seems like they
right.
all talk about the same thing. Am I your top? Am I your bottom? Like, okay, that's all we're gonna talk about. Am I your top? Am I your bottom? So I don't know.
Oh, I can't
I just
stand
couldn't
that.
do a show like
Yeah,
that.
I can't stand. Well, am I your top? I can't stand that. Uh-uh.
Hmm.
So, if I'm going to ask you a question, who are your top females and your top males? Because my top females are Zakia and Sabrina, and
Sabrina.
then what's my top males? No, I only have top females. Who are your tops? Like you're like the people you're rooting for.
I'm rooting for Sabrina. It's a
I
couple
love
of people I
Sabrina.
really
I
can't
love
put my
Sabrina.
finger on them. I like Joy. You didn't like Joy, but we are done. Let's
I
see
didn't
who
like
else we got.
Joy.
Um. Oh, we still got a whole bunch of people left. The only guy right now that I like is Clifton, only because he is 100% my type. But
Okay.
I think he might fall into that player vibe. I don't know.
Why do you
But
think
let's go
so? What's
into.
giving you that energy? He's too young.
Hmm,
Wiley is too young. Like Wiley is too young to be in this situation. Wiley needs
Wiley
to
is
be
way
closer
too
to
young.
40. Like, uh,
They need people closer to 40, at least 38 and up.
right, exactly.
None of the
Exactly.
women in their 40s are gonna, because he's too young and he acts young, very immature. He came in there with his college. I won a championship in college. I'm like, boy, you been out of college. If you ain't in the NFL, we don't care nothing about this ring.
Shade, shout out to giving you the real tea. Where's my Shade fan? You
I
are
mean, but
absolutely
seriously,
right.
if
No,
it's
you're
not
right.
a Super Bowl ring, why we don't care? And just because you have that ring, were you a starter? Were you actually on the field when the ring was won? So I ain't got time to be reliving your glory days. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So Wiley is definitely someone who can go very soon. I don't see any women really wanting to be with him. He seems very
Wiley is gonna go.
immature.
Wiley is going to give us good TV, but he's very immature. Like he doesn't need to be here.
And I didn't even like that suit he had
That's
on.
where I'm
That
going with the colors, the browns, the pinks, the purples.
it seemed like he a walking mascot for Virginia Tech. Aren't those Virginia Tech colors?
I'm here for it. Yeah, he's
Uh,
too young.
oh, I think your microphone went out for a second. It's frozen. Okay, she might come right back. Let's go over to the next person. She might have to jump out and jump back in. Up next is Laverne. I really wanted to know what she liked about Laverne. What did you all like about Laverne? He's 44, a lead tech analyst. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure he's somewhere in the IT department. Let me send her a text and tell her to jump out and jump back in. Okay, I can hear you. Okay, can you hear me?
Hear you. Yep, I
Okay,
got you. You can hear me?
yeah, you came back. It was circling for a minute. I moved over to
Yes, I
Laverne, who is a
and
44-year-old lead tech analyst. You like
Whoa.
Laverne? I think he's very handsome, very sexy. I like his conversation that he had with the ladies. He seems very easy to talk to. Oh, you went out again. You might have to jump out and come back in. Let's see. But
Getting on
I really,
the
I hear you
Twitter.
like you're coming in and out. Are you on StreamYard through Twitter? Yeah, it's frozen again. There it is. So let me remove and add this one. Hello?
Hey, hey, you hear me, sis?
Yes,
Okay.
it's going good now.
All right. Cool.
I took
Yes,
the
yes,
other one
yes.
down.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, we were back on Laverne, and I know you said you liked him. You thought he was sexy.
Laverne, yes.
I like him. I thought he gave great conversation. He sounded like a grown man when he was talking to the ladies. Very mature.
Right, right.
This is just a first. I've never seen a man with this
He
name,
wasn't.
Laverne.
I feel like Laverne didn't say like I had a preference. I want this person or that person. Like Laverne
Yes,
came on with real energy. Like
he
he was,
did.
I'm here, and whoever's connecting with me, I'm going to connect with
Give them a
them. But he
chance.
didn't give me
Yes,
any like I like light skin girls. I like dark skin girls. Like he would say, I'm giving everyone a chance, like based on this platform. So I like Laverne, and Laverne's gonna be one of the guys that most of the girls are gonna be feeling. So like
I
I'm
think
here for
so
Laverne.
too.
I'm here.
I'm fingers
Yeah, I'm here
crossed.
for Laverne.
He doesn't seem
Definitely.
like he's here for the games, but we're gonna see. Everybody seem a little nice day one.
Right.
Up
Right.
next
Right. Exactly.
is it Dakaya or Dakia? I
Oh,
think I
I
heard
like
them call her Dakia.
Zakaya. Zakia,
Dakaya,
tomato. I
a
like Zakia.
senior
I like
systems
Zakia. She was the
engineer.
first one that we saw.
She was. I love
She
this
was the
yellow
first one that
dress.
we saw in the house.
Yes,
Yes. Oh, yes, yes.
a
And her
pop of
personality
color.
was
I thought
everything. Like
a great personality.
it was. It.
She didn't talk
I
too
agree.
much, but she what she said was with purpose. Like she wasn't just talking to be talking, kind of like how Precious was kind of just talking to be talking. She talked with a point of view, and I like her. I really
Listen,
do.
she was very strategic. Exactly. She knew how to play the game. Yeah, she knew how
Hmm.
to play the game. Yeah, so I like Takia. I like Takia. I think Takia was it an IT person or Takia knows how to play the game. Like I messes with Takia.
She's a
I like her.
systems
I like her.
engineer,
I
so
like
that
her.
sounds like something with IT. I do too. I hope she gets more. It seems like she didn't get a lot of screen time. I
Yes,
hope she gets
yes.
more screen time and makes an actual connection. Up next is Joy. We have differences with Joy. I like Joy. I actually
What
want
do
to
you
hear
think
her
about Joy?
sing.
I don't think I like Joy like that. Okay. Okay. Like I wasn't like I didn't know enough about Joy to root for her. But what do you think about her?
I like her. She seemed very natural. She was the one who was talking to Fernando and was like, I don't want to be interviewed. I want to have a conversation. And I
Right,
felt that because
right,
I don't like that. What do you do? How old are you? Got kids? You want kids? You want to, like, we're here, we're on a
right.
show called Ready for Love. So obviously, I want all of this stuff. Tell me about yourself. Let's see if we have
Yeah,
chemistry. But I think she kind of bases
right.
off, like, I go off of chemistry. Do I vibe with you? And it seemed like she goes off of that same energy. But if you're gonna call
No,
yourself
I
a
feel
singer,
you.
girl, I want to hear you hum a note or something.
I agree. Joy was a little bit over the top for me because Joy was she talking to Theo or Paul? She's like, I'm talking to you. It feels like in an interview. I'm like, I don't think you gave him a chance like that. So I think Joy was a little bit over the
She was talking to Fernando.
top,
Hmm.
but it was only first episode. So
It's
my
only the first
Fernando
episode,
show, and I
so
will be watching the show. So
I see
exactly.
where you're coming from. It's episode one. I'm gonna kind of have to ask you how old you are and what you do for a living. Like, I just can't jump into,
I will tell you.
you
I
know.
right. You have to see the background. I'm 43 years old and I work in corporate events. I work for a museum, and my museum puts together the highest fundraising event, which is a wine auction in Atlanta. So my views are a little bit different, you know? So that's where I'm coming from. So I'm like, Joy, I'm thinking Joy's coming a little bit too strong, but I'm like, I gotta understand Joy's background and the influences that makes her ask the certain questions that she asks from the guy, from guys. So
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give her a chance. She was one of the ones that had a strong connection with
I
Clifton.
will. Yes. Right. Right.
So if
Right.
anything, I think Joy is going to be entertaining. If anything, I think she's going to be good on
It's gonna be a fun
television.
season, sis.
It's going to be
It's gonna
so from this trailer, it looks like it's going to be spicy.
right.
Up next was Tori. Tori is
She's a
39. Um, I forgot. I didn't write
kind
nothing
of
down about
young. Do you think
Tori.
he's kind of young or no?
Tori does not look
You don't think he's kind of
39.
young or no?
I mean, 39 isn't
Younger.
young. I mean, he's not
He looks younger.
Wiley age. He doesn't look 39 at all. He doesn't
He's
really
in
act
39 though.
39.
Yeah.
And then they say he's a
Yeah.
realtor, and he doesn't give me realtor vibes because realtors are very talkative, and he was very shy.
I agree. I agree. I
Until
agree.
he sat down with Precious, I didn't even know he was on the show. So,
His presence wasn't out there. All right, I get it. He wasn't out there. I get it.
but based on this super trailer, it looks like he's gonna be out there. He gives me young vibes. He doesn't give me 39 at all, at all.
No, he is very young. Yeah, younger vibes than 39. No, I get it, sis.
Up next is Ace. Ace is 37. They didn't really give Ace a package. She's a philanthropist, which I'm assuming that means she just works with
She
charities.
doesn't give.
Mm-mm.
A
I don't
philanthropist
like.
means like she gives money for a different, like she has money, she gives it, but she
Oh,
didn't. She doesn't give. She doesn't give. Like personality wise,
she was
she
very
may give
quiet.
money, but she doesn't give like that.
Well, I gotta
Yeah,
see more. I'm not a
yeah.
fan of the outfit. I thought this was a bad color for her. It makes her look older.
You don't like the gray, the dark gray, the off the shoulders?
No, I thought she should have had a brighter color to stand
I
out
don't
more.
disagree.
Uh,
I
But
I agree with you. I agree.
hopefully
I
by
agree.
episode two she'll come out of her shell. She seems very not giving, like you said.
Right, right, right.
But
I agree.
we shall see. And last, I didn't even try to make
I
him
agree.
last, but My personal favorite is Clifton.
Okay.
You will
I
always get
have
me with a tall,
okay.
thick guy with a deep voice. That's gonna do it for me every time. Every time. So I like him. He really didn't say too much about himself. Everyone was just like, "Oh, the man has entered the room. Like all he has to do is talk, and I want to be with him." I would like to know beyond the surface of Clifton, but he seems like a player to me. I For this show, I wouldn't want to date him because he gives me I can get any woman I want, and I probably will still play around, play the field.
Listen, aesthetically, Clifton gives me, I will fuck you and break your heart. That's what he gives me. However, I'm not gonna judge, but he would not be in my cup of tea because he seems like he's a heartbreaker. Like he'll like play my heart, play my mind, fuck me over, and
Yes,
then go back to his own life. So, all right, I'm not gonna be judgmental, but Clifton is
that's just what
like
he
he seems like a
gives.
heartbreaker, you know.
He does. That's Evita's boo. I mean, everybody want a
That's
chance,
the
and
energy.
he gives
Ready
me
to
he's
love.
willing to give
Hmm.
everyone a chance. He gives me player vibes. I feel like whoever
Right,
connects with Clifton is going to be connected to the drama of the season because he's probably going to be the type of man who has a 1, 2, and a 3,
right.
and it's going to
Hmm.
take him all season to figure out which order they go in, and they just going to be hanging on. Am I 1, 2, or 3? And he'll make it to the end. That's what he's
Right,
giving me. There's a type
right.
every season
He
like
definitely
that.
will make it to the end because he's gonna be he's one of the top. He's the top guy for every girl. So like they're not voting
Yes,
him off. So my
they
question to
all
you,
want a
as far as
chance.
the guys, who are the guys that you want to see in the top?
And I'm going to answer this
The
honestly,
guys, as far as the guys, who do you want?
and
Demetrius,
not just off
Clifton?
of looks. I
Jeez.
think I want Demetrius in the top because I feel like Demetrius might be a little bit more sincere than Clifton. And I
Okay.
ain't taking nothing away from Clifton. I don't know the man. He just gives me
I
player
agree with
vibes.
you. Yeah, I
And
agree with you.
next to Demetrius, I really want to know who the surprises are because ain't really none of the other guys I'm really here for it. I might give Tori a chance if Tori can come out of that shell of his. But I seen a clip of
Right,
Tori
right.
that already turned me off when he takes those braids down
Which
and he
clip?
has them. It's in the super trailer, or it was in the trailer at the end of the episode for next week. He's in a clip with his braids down in spiral curls with the side part. I don't like it, so that instantly turned me off from him. Like a Jacquees vibe, and I ain't attracted to Jacquees. So right now, I'm just interested in Demetrius and who else they bring in. Oh, but let me ask you this: aren't you against them voting people off episode 1? Like, can these people make it one episode without having to go
It's
home?
bullshit. It's bullshit. We don't know anything about these people episode one. So give us episode 2 or 3 to
And
vote
then vote
people
them
off.
off. Yeah, I feel like the
We
people
don't
who
know
go
about
home
them. Like we
first
need to know more.
know nothing. And you always end up voting people off in the beginning, and then you stuck around with somebody who broke your heart, and then you're like, oh, I should have gave so and so a chance. Like, give people at least 2 episodes before you kick them off.
Right.
What do you
Give them
think
a
about
chance.
Tommy's
Like we need to
twist this
understand like
year?
who they are.
Yeah.
What do you mean Tommy's twist? What do you mean Tommy's
The
twist?
twist this year is they're starting with 7. They want quality over quantity. And throughout the seasons, they're going to
Oh my God, it's
introduce
bullshit.
new people with blind dates.
No, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, listen, you've given us a certain kind of platform, all right? So you keep us on that platform. You let us judge. All right, I like this person. I don't like this person. I like this person. I don't like this person. It's bullshit. Like like give us a chance to really understand these people. And it's not one episode that's going to make us understand who we like. It's not.
Right.
It will be a couple of people. So it's like, listen, stop making shit spicier than it needs to be. Let us see, digest, and understand who we're rooting for. And they're not giving us that. And it's not fair. It's not fair.
Right. Give us 10 people.
It's not fair.
Don't kick anybody off episode one.
Right.
Let these people really get an opportunity to get to know each other and then start kicking people off. Because I
Right.
didn't think it's
Exactly.
fair when you bring new
Exactly.
people in, they didn't have to go through the day one meet and greet and how
Right.
awkward that is. They get to just come be the nice, shiny
It's
piece
not
of
fair.
candy
Hmm.
where it's people who's close to the bottom that's going to jump on them. And so, like, no, everyone should have to start at the beginning and work their way down. But Tommy wants it
I
to be
completely
spicier.
agree.
At
Agree.
this point, I look at this show, I root for
Oh,
people to
jeez.
find love. Uh oh, your phone. I root for people to
I'm
find love,
here.
but at
Yeah,
this
my phone
point, it's
fell.
like it's entertainment only because these people aren't really finding love.
And when we're looking at Ready to Love, like if you can, I've been following Ready to Love, and I have never seen a couple that have made it through the end. Like, can you think of one couple that has been together and it's like,
That actually ended together. The
think of
only
one
people I can think of is
that's made
Reva
it through the
and
end.
I don't know anyone because Jason and Liz just broke up, so they were the only ones so far.
Right, right.
But it
Exactly,
seems like a lot of them find
exactly,
love outside of the show because
exactly.
I believe Reva and whoever Tandi's man was, they're still together.
Are they still together? That's surprising. I didn't
People
even think
say
that. Wow.
people say they're still together, and it seems like people who found love
Wow.
within the cast but not on the show, they still seem to be together. So that just shows you need more time to get to know people.
Wow. Right, right. No, I get it, sis. I get it. I
I
get
would
it.
love for them to do
Listen.
a reunion so we can really see like, okay, well,
Oh, where
like,
are
are
they
we still
at
together?
now?
Yes,
Like
where are
give
you now?
right. Give us the real tea. Where are they at now? Yep. Get
Has
it.
anybody found love?
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
I
Well,
get
we've been here for an
it.
hour. I had a really good time. I have one last question for you.
Fun.
What do you think of Tommy as the host? Do you think it's time for Tommy to sit down, or do you like Tommy as the host?
I do like Tommy as the host, and the reason why I say I like Tommy as the host is because I've been listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show for maybe 20 years now, and I remember when Steve Harvey and Tommy they were trying to put this dating show together, and now they've conceptualized it to this where it's on the rate, it's on you on or whatever. So it's like it still fits. So based off the fact that I was listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show and I saw that Tommy was trying to put this thing together, like I'm still here with it. However, we have to give it a couple of seasons because there's going to be some things that we have to rework. So, what do you think about it?
Probably for that exact same
What do
reason.
you
I think
think?
we need a new host. I'm not a fan of Steve Harvey and
Right.
Tommy and their views of women in relationships. I think
Okay.
they're outdated and backwards. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some
I get it.
women still like those views. It's just not my view. I would like a more modern take of dating where it's not always the lady has to be this and the man has to be that. Like, let's move into 2022 with our dating. And even if we still have Tommy, I would love to see a female host so we can get a female's point of view for when the ladies are at the
Point of
round
view.
table.
I agree.
I don't like
Yep.
the advice Tommy gives the women. It seems backwards and dated to me. Like, let's catch it up.
I do not
But that's it.
disagree. Yeah. I don't disagree. I don't
Maybe a
disagree.
professional
Sis, I
relationship
appreciate you.
expert.
There's so much. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree. I was rocking with Tommy because, like, I was listening to the Steve Harvey show like 20 years ago, and it's like, okay, I saw that they were trying to build something, but we're in 2022 and they haven't evolved to growing in this time. So I get it. Sis, I appreciate it. This is so much fun. Thank you so much.
This was a lot of fun.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
And anytime you want to do it again, let me know, and I would be happy to because this was a lot of fun. I think
I
you're.
appreciate it, girl.
Did it
I'll
go out
call
again?
you. All
Okay.
right. You take care. Have a good night. Okay.
Okay, we'll
We'll be
keep
in
in
touch.
touch, and you all
Yes.
have a good night, and we'll see you later. Please follow Bliss. Well, I think she has to click off, but please follow her. You can follow her everywhere at Blissfully Single Being. I know that's on YouTube and on Twitter. And go ahead and like this video. You can follow me everywhere on Kiss My Cheeks TV. And I'll see you next week for the next episode of Ready to Love. Bye.